allergen-free area. No, no cat fur, no dog fur. You're out. Go sleep somewhere else.
All right.
We're gonna do a thing.
Nothing.
Thing with the thing and the stuff and the people.
With the talkie and the words.
Just
I love doing that on the AIE podcast. You're going to send this to 2,500 plus people. Yeah.
Oh, Discord giving you a warning before you send a notice?
Yeah, like it should. I mean. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Chat room, let us know when you can see and hear us. I'm going to check the stream manager. All right. Looks good.
the chat room's the Discord, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. I'm not missing something then.
Nope. Yay, Max says we see it. Looks
Yay!
good. All right.
Yay!
Notes. That would be useful.
You know, if I was like a smart raid leader, I would be logged into WoW and sitting in front of the raid entrance for later, but...
Okay.
Just saying.
There we go. There we go. Now I got noise. Okay. Doot. Here we go.
Doot.
I gotta. There we go.
Oh my god, that ring light always makes me yawn.
I know. You're staring into it's like staring into the sun. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Pretty much.
All right. But you look amazing. All right. Are we ready? Top of the show notes. I'm going to get this going. All right. We are going in 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast. All right. I'm going to start over because apparently I can't talk. Wow. There we go. All right. 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast.
Outriders and Destiny and Valheim, oh my.
Mega is a go this Friday.
DLC for Gates of Oblivion is coming our way.
Much merriment for map nights, huzzah.
And so Rain and Dejora are here to talk to us about AIE and World of Warcraft.
All that and more coming up right now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
Welcome to episode 362 of the podcast celebrating you, the Elia Iactus gaming community. The Die Has Been podcast. Wow. Words are hard. Had to do it. This is Tetsemi. Wow. To my left is Mewcow.
Greetings, guildies, and I wish I had Zod's energy right now.
And to my right is McCullough.
Hey guys, there are lemon bars and snickerdoodles in the guild kitchen for Kenny's birthday, which is tomorrow. If you see her online or offline or on Twitter or wherever, wish her a happy birthday.
Stumble across her, yes.
Yeah.
This week we are joined by special guests Irene and Gajora, who are here to talk to us about AIE and the World of Warcraft. Welcome!
Hello.
All right.
That was the wrong button.
That's okay.
I went to hit unmute and I hit screen share. That did not work out so well.
Yeah, that wasn't actually what we were
That's
going
better
for.
than
but
disconnect. I've done that. Here, let me share my screen. Click, dial tone. Yes. All right. So let's go around the room and see what everyone has been up to in or out of game. I know, Sai, let's go ahead and start with you because it's mostly been out of game.
Yeah, I haven't been in game very much. I log into raid and oh my gosh, So I've been working. I got my new job, like very long hours. Like I actually worked today. I worked yesterday. I worked Friday.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's been crazy, but I like it. I like doing my job. So, Scouts. Oh, my daughter made star rank last week at
Congrats!
Scouts.
Hey, congrats.
So she's working on getting there.
Life,
So
right? No,
Life
wait, sorry,
is
I'm thinking
next.
boy, I guess.
No, it is. She's in Boy Scouts. So she's got life coming up next, and then hopefully it'll be Eagle Scout. We'll see. So it'll be kind of cool. I guess the biggest thing that's happened in the past, I don't know, I don't even remember the last time I was on here, is that I don't know if you noticed, but I actually don't have a bandage on my nose because
Yay!
I had surgery and had the basal cell cancer removed, and they did a full skin graft. So
Awesome.
all healing up, and it looks really good. So they said
Very
they got it
cool.
all. That's all exciting. So woo!
Yay.
That's great.
And then I've been going back to the gym, trying to lose weight, so I can actually, go hiking at summer camp this year. We'll see what.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
Come visit me. I'll take you hiking.
I know you go hiking like every morning. I see the pictures on Facebook.
I try.
Well, we have a family vacation planned in November. Hopefully, we're gonna take a cruise. Yeah, it goes to Mexico and Honduras, I think.
Oh,
So-
neat.
Cool.
Hopefully, the cruise line is open in November still.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But I think next year might be road trips. We keep promising Spork's mom to visit. She's in Montana. His dad is actually in Santa Fe.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, maybe we can make a big loop
Make a loop.
around the
Exactly.
yeah, something like that. Hopefully,
Come-
one of these
Come
days.
drive down through Dallas on your way to Santa Fe. Come see me.
There you
If
go.
I'm going to the Southwest, I'm gonna have to go through Dallas because I'm gonna have to stop and see you, and then my brother's in Austin, so I'm gonna have to stop and see him,
Ooh, that's a
and
bit
then I'm
of
gonna
a
have to
detour.
go west to Santa Fe, and then I'm gonna have to go to Phoenix,
I will take you
and
to
then
Phoenix
and then we're gonna have to go through Colorado to visit OLMF and Old Man Frank's. It's just gonna be like one giant.
I
AIE
think we
road
make
trip.
them come down here.
Sounds like the AIE Roadshow.
Yeah.
Right?
The AIE road trip.
I wonder if I can
Exactly.
get my boss to build me like a little camper van type thing.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Put some graphics on the side. AIE. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be awesome. All right. G, what have you been up to?
Worked and played pretty hard. I think I finally found the balance of work and life in COVID times. Then, of course, my governor decided, let's open up the state, which I'm not going to touch. We're not even going to go there.
Yeah,
Yep,
I hear you
yep,
there.
Yep.
Walk away from that one. But finally, think I finally found that balance. So I'm able to put work aside. But in game, finally got ahead of the curve with better late than never.
Right?
Sire
Nice.
Denathrios and Hero is an incredible fight, and I hope everyone enjoys it when they get there. If you're in WoW, still walking through with DOA, still walking through with Filthy Casuals too. It's good to see that group of degenerates is still managing to kill things. And then, of course, New Braid finally shifted gears. Well, we can talk more about it later, but New Braid shifted gears, and it's been a blast going into normal with them, even though the occasional boss kicks us in the teeth.
Well, yeah, that's
Part of
kind of
the
the idea of New Braid, though.
Yeah, as big as those rooms seem, with 30 people in there, I can't imagine.
It's a mess.
Yeah. I mean, we have enough trouble with,
everywhere.
15 Mew? 12 to 15. And I'm like, yeah, this was designed for 20. This was actually designed for 20. You had 10 extra people.
It's like, how much blood is in you people? Why is it all over the place?
Yeah.
Shrieking
We'll have
with
to
30.
clean up the raids.
Yeah, Shrieking with 30 people was just wall to wall goop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
I've been cooking along.
Cool. All right, what about you, McCullough?
I roll dice.
Hmm.
I like dice. Actually, I don't physically roll dice. I roll virtual dice. But, it's kind of hard to roll dice in person right now. So, let's see. Last Sunday, we in our game that we play with some of the Furters, we got out of the dungeon. Tet, Ben, and Never dealt with a displacer beast, while Mulgra and I dealt with a giant frog because that was being psionically controlled by a druid because we split the party.
Yep. But
Well, the problem was
we
we had,
intelligently split the party.
Yeah. Well, we had
Yeah.
3 people who had been brainwashed and the evil druid as, NPCs along with us that were getting out of there. So we couldn't just all go wandering through searching for this plant. So 3 people went to that and the rest of us stayed back with, our charges. So we split the party. But we got what we needed. Everyone defeated their monsters. We did some really great maneuvers, actually. Everyone kind of used their abilities. Different ways of using our abilities, which was a lot of fun. And we're finally to the end of this. We're doing Sunless Citadel, so we're to the end of this little adventure. And then we don't know what's going to happen yet, if we're going to continue on or what's going to happen. But we're pretty excited for that. Call of Cthulhu. It's Call of Cthulhu. No one died, which is always a good thing and very surprising. But we were searching this house because we realized in this town where all these people were just dying. The mayor hadn't been seen. It's like, hey, let's go check out his house. We, do some light B&E. We hear something in the basement. Sounds like
that's
metal.
Never good.
Yeah, we go down there. It's the mayor's daughter that had been afflicted by, something, probably a curse. We still need to figure out exactly what this thing is. Vampiric thing, and let's see. We left with 6 out of 40 hit points between us.
Ouch.
But we still walked away.
That's good.
Some of us a little more insane than before because that's the point of Call of Cthulhu. And then I almost said SOTOR, our Star Wars game yesterday, which takes place 7 ABY. Yeah, 7 ABY. We were sent to a formerly Imperial medical facility that was a hidden medical facility. No one knew it was there. To retrieve some data, and we found out, that they were doing experiments on non-humans, like a biomedical bomb that affects only non-humans because it's Imperial. So that's what they're gonna do. And we got the data we needed. We fought stormtroopers because as soon as they found out we were there, they came. Still standing. And finally in Inverness, we got to hell. And then we said, okay, we're going to put a pause on this. We got to where we want to be. And now we're doing SJ from AIE is running a little adventure, so we switched DMs. And we're continuing on those adventures. It's a very different change of pace because the regular Thursday campaign is very action heavy and SJ's is very character heavy, so it's kind of fun switching. So that's my week in roleplay and rolling dice. Working way too much.
Speaking of which, does this look familiar?
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Yes.
Your daughter had it. Your furry daughter.
You mean the one that caused us amounts of money?
Yes.
The one that ate the little stone? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. All right. So while we're not stealing stuff back from our cat, who's a rogue, Mew, what have you been up to?
I was say Kenny is apparently up to a workout. So
Yeah.
but mostly Final Fantasy 14. I'll start with the WoW stuff though. We've been doing a little bit of raiding, but that's about it. Still, maybe the 9.0.5 will spur something, hopefully. But we did have a promising a night on Thursday with H&H. We did finally push through the first 3 bosses again. We've kind of been in a state of rebuilt and it's difficult to get new people in there just because no one else is typically up with it that late, and so it's kind of hard to find people. But we did get a couple of new people. We shifted things around. Interestingly enough, some tanks became healers, some healers became DPS, some DPS became healers. It's all kind of all over the place. Trying to find a good combination that everyone works with. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But in Final Fantasy 14, for those familiar with the current what they call the Savage raid tier, it's what they call Eden 9, 10, 11, and 12. My team has done the first 2 bosses now, and so we're working on the third one. Very challenging content. It's like it's what I imagine like Mythic WoW rating is, but even more precise.
My understanding is it's very it's very similar to WoW Mythic rating.
Yes, except think of WoW Mythic rating, but you have to be standing on a certain pixel at times. like it's very much a dance. Like if you watch what's going on, it's actually amazing the dance that the game has you doing. You have to be standing at certain places. I'm playing a healer, so not only do I need to be standing somewhere, but I have to be like throwing out heals to everyone to make sure they're not dying as they stand in their places.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The interesting thing, one of the big differences I've noticed between Final Fantasy and WoW is, what happens if someone dies in a raid. In WoW, they have it limited. You can only do so many battle reses. In Final Fantasy 14, it's technically unlimited, but doing a raise is punishing in many ways. Whoever raises you, their mana is essentially gone. They're also not doing things during that time unless they've used a swift cast, but then they've also wasted their swift cast on you, so it can't be used for other things. And then the person that comes up is in a weakened state. I think WoW used to do that, but they changed that a while back.
Yeah, I believe long ago, back in the day, you used to just be able to cast Resurrect in vanilla WoW. It just cost an unbelievable amount of mana and a full 10 seconds of you going, hold on, I got this.
Hold it.
Everyone wait,
Second.
hold on.
Yep.
That's from
Please don't
EverQuest.
pick me for mechanics.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that person who was weak for a while couldn't really do much, and you kind of had to babysit them until the debuff went away, and then they can kind of go full at it. And it's more or less what Final Fantasy 14 is doing. And only certain classes can res. So you've got your healers can res, of course, but then the red mage can do a res. The summoners can do a res. So they kind of call the red mage a res mage because they're the best at doing it. Red mage is one of their shticks is that every second cast is instant, regardless of what the spell is. So the trick is you do a fast cast spell, and then you do it. Then whatever you cast after, it's instant, regardless of what it was. So you do your fast cast first, and then your slow cast second. So same thing for reses. So you can basically just cast a fireball, res, cast a fireball, res, cast a fireball. They're the res mages. It's kind of funny, but we don't have one of those in our Savage team. We kind of wish we did, but at the same time, you also want someone that does lots of DPS, and it's amazing what all needs to happen in that, and it's fascinating. It elevates your skill level, because then I go back into regular stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is easy.
Yeah, it's like moving at slow speed.
Yeah, it's like you've been a speedster, and all of a sudden now you're having to slow down. You're like, huh, this is really slow. Okay, here. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's. I mean, and it's not like a bragging thing. It's just weird. Like when you're. Yeah. It's like working out. Like you've been working out and getting strong, and then doing regular tasks. It's like, whoa, okay, this is light now.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much been my focus. Other than that, the reason why things look differently for those looking at the video stream is that I had to get a new monitor. My old one was dying, fortunately. Oh, no. So I've had to shift things around a little bit. But hopefully by next podcast, I'll have things in a better state, so it doesn't look quite so crooked, but you can kind of see my Final Fantasy shrine in the corner now.
Yep.
So maybe that's a good thing with my male Moogle. But yeah, I mean that, and of course I have the same qualms with my governor because it's the same governor.
Same governor.
But yeah, but yeah, it's we're just gonna hide in our house and play games.
There you go.
Good idea.
Always a good idea.
So how about you, Tets? What you been up to?
Well, WoW is pretty much in maintenance mode. As far as I've got 4 characters at 60. They're all current on renown. They'll all cap renown on Tuesday because we're going to hit 40 for renown on Tuesday. So I've just been doing that. I got exalted with the Stitch Masters, which are the Abomination Factory in the Necrolord in Maldraxxus. So I'm looking forward to the stuff we're going to discuss in 905 for the Necrolords, especially for the Protection Warrior, because it'll be useful again instead of being not useful. Hey,
Prot
I stuck with it.
mediocre right now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Every tank spec is
I'd
fine,
like to
but
be
it's just-
mediocre. I'm trying to get back to mediocre. But the raid team, I was out with a headache on Wednesday. The raid team got Artificer down in 3 pulls. So nice job on that. So they're 5 of 10 normal. And then I have been doing mandatory fun nights in Star Wars on the pub side. Finally got my item level up to 295. 306 is the cap. So I'm slowly getting there. Just kind of working on it a little bit at a time. Basically, I get enough currency. I go to the fleet. I buy the lowest armor piece I have and hope it's an improvement. And then your score gradually goes up. And then I'm current on Final Fantasy 14. I'm just need the Boza. I think I'm rank 6 right now. So I just need to get that capped out and open up all that stuff.
At least to 10. You get to 10, and then you can get into the castrum and do all that fun stuff. And,
exactly. All right. But we will be digging into more WoW shortly. But first, let's chunk through this week's news.
AIE News.
All right. And as always, we have mandatory fun nights. They'll be in the show notes. We're not going to go through them all because we have a ton of news, but they will always be in the podcast notes that we post. So, in streaming and guild podcast news, SWTOR Escape Podcast 371, bounty contracts. It was supposed to be bounty contract event week this week, but it was bumped due to the storm and everything in Austin. Regardless, it'll be coming back in the next few weeks, and they wanted to remind themselves of how complicated a profession it can be. Nice Mandalorian shout out there, Max. And in Escape Podcast 372, Light of the Jedi review, they do the book club wrap up for those that aren't following along. The High Republic is the new timeline that SWTOR is starting to focus on. They released a new series of books. There's an adult book. There's a 12 plus. There's a 7 to 12, 6 to 12, something like that. And then a young. So there's like 4 books that just came out for all age ranges. And they review the book in time for the kickoff. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, March 4th, they also kicked off Bad Bunch on Disney Plus, the new animated thing. I thought it was launching. It's either was the 4th or the 14th. I have to figure that out. But that's
because right now Wanda is the big focus, so I'd be surprised if they would do that at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
I had to go look it up real quick. It looks like the novels come out in the levels are the adult novels, the young adult novels, middle grade, and young reader is how they labeled them all. So they didn't really put age numbers on there.
Okay. I was looking at Amazon and it had age ranges on, but hey, if your kids read, just give them a book. They'll figure it out.
Exactly.
So, all right.
Oh. And in Working Class Nerds, Working Class 98, Great Storm of the Nile. Marcus and Nick sit down with friend of the pod and fellow Twitch streamer / podcaster Kitty. They break down the full spoilers version of the first installment of the Star Wars content set of the High Republic era, The Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule. Enjoy. You can find more with Kitty. She's on Twitch. There's a link in the show notes.
And over in Fleet Action Report news, we've got Fleet Action Report episode 33, what to do at max level. What is max level? So I'm sure max level is max level. So.
It's whatever level Max is at.
Yes.
Yep.
That episode is what to do at max level. Nicholas and Greebog are back with another episode, this time trying to help you figure out what to do at max level.
Yep. And in Nomad's news, there's a new game out. Shocking. How do we keep finding these new games? It's called Outriders. It is a looter shooter with a strong Gears of War, Destiny / Mass Effect vibes. Developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix. The free demo went live on the 25th of February and will continue past launch, which launches on April 1st. No April Fools. And it allows for about 3 hours of full gameplay until level 7 and World Tier 5. World tiers are basically like in Diablo, how you set the your levels for, like, you know, we're trying expert, master, and then you get into the really hard stuff. There's 5 levels to start with in Outriders. You can choose from 4 different classes, varying style of gameplay, and it will be full crossplay, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. It's a day 1 full accessible game, not a live service. Level cap is 40. World tier 15 for higher risk and reward. And the end game consists of 14 expeditions / raids with a special 15th unlocked once you clear them all. And there are a few AIE folks playing the demo. Shout out in the Outriders Discord chat for co-op play or questions you have. You can have up to 8 people in a session. And the 4 classes are basically a tank, a rogue / close-in fighter, a mid-range pyromancer, and then the long-range healer / gadget, which is the one the technomancer, which I'm having fun with. So
interesting. And over in Destiny 2, the Iron Banner has returned. Also, International Women's Day, March 8th, which is tomorrow, if you're listening live. It is at History Month in March. Bungie is making a pin available on their merch store that will also include a special emblem in-game with purchase. All proceeds are donated to anitab.org during March. And then we have this week in Bungie, there is a news article linked. If you are curious to know more, AIE has progressed through the Deep Stone Crypt and is currently working on the final boss in that.
And I apologize, Mew. I put our names in the wrong order there, so sorry about that confusion. All right, Valheim. Thanks to Sarah Vardis, the AIE server has been up for about a week now. IP address and passwords are pinned to the Valheim channel in Discord. The team has set up a couple of bases with portal connections. The starting area has a portal directly to the main crafting base. From there, there's a portal to Swap Hunt Lodge. A handful of other bases, huts, and mining operations are scattered as well, and everyone is free to build more. The rough map is also pinned to Discord. Congrats to the team for taking out both the first and second bosses so far. Each boss increases the difficulty of the game events a bit, but also opens up higher tiers of crafting to help progress. The servers are limited to 10 concurrent players, but any number can be popping in and out. We haven't had more than 6 on at peak, and there's still room to grow. The alpha base has a private room for 8 people, and they can make more if needed. And for those not familiar with what we're talking about, Valheim is an indie survival building sandbox game that's gotten pretty popular. There's this very small dev team that has some plans for additional bosses, zones, weapons, etc. We'll keep an eye on it as it develops and let everyone know what is going on in that little world.
Yeah, that one's been pretty interesting, and I've seen it, like, it's getting all of the people from Rust that are tired of just logging into a Rust game and dying.
yeah,
Because apparently PvP is optional. It's a toggle that you choose to do, which I think is a great idea for those kinds of games.
yeah.
And I've seen some interesting things too. Like, apparently you can tame wolves in that game.
Ooh.
And I saw one interesting clip where a guy tamed 50 wolves and just destroys things with 50 wolves.
Has an army.
Wow.
That just sounds very intriguing that you can tame that many wolves. You have your own wolf pack.
Yeah, that is fabulous.
Imagine feeding them's a problem, or just let
Oh,
them eat
I'm
whatever
sure.
they destroy.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
It's
be
the
tempting.
ultimate hunter game.
Exactly.
right.
Yeah. All right. In SOTOR news this week, we got a minor patch, 6.2.1, which gave us some UI improvement changes, a brief story beat, bug fixes, and, of course, some new bugs. One of the nice things, if you were having trouble with the Mandalorian flashpoint, this fixed it. It bumped the companion from a level 1 companion up to a level 25 companion. And so I was finally able to complete it. I kept getting destroyed by the final boss every time in the previous iteration of it because my gear level wasn't that high, even with the gear sync. So mandatory fun night, ops teams, and Friday night activities are purring along. In fact, the Friday the 12th is mega. Marcus is going to lead us on some guild PvP war zones and Galactic Starfighter. This is a unique opportunity to play around with PvP without stress and to learn some things about controlling your ship in GSF. We can set up the guild stronghold for PvP and play there, or even create a guild instance of a war zone. Even if you don't normally PvP, it's safe to attend. Honest. Well, unless you're Max. Pop into the Discord and say hi.
And over in Final Fantasy XIV, map nights every Saturday for loot, prizes, and much merriment, as I said earlier. Very low skill bar, but very high fun potential. Every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Bringing a map is never required, but greatly appreciated. And honestly, that's one of the best times in this game is map nights, because it's just, as long as you got some warm bodies and you can just, berserk after things, and then crazy stuff happens, and it's all very colorful. And other fun stuff, Bajia Front. Beat up the Garlean Empire because they got it coming. A great leveling opportunity for anyone 71 to 80. You have to be 71 for them to let you in. Never stepped in there before. No worries, as this is a great chance to see what all the content is about. It's Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, usually. Also, a discussion is starting about restarting the retro raid nights. Get those old raids and see stuff that you may not have been able to clear on your own via the Duty Planner. They're in the planning and scheduling phases, but you need your help to make sure this event can be available to as many as we can. Make your voices heard in the Final Fantasy XIV Discord channel. We also have a few new folks, returning folks, and all kinds of other folks focusing things. This is awesome news, of course. Please remember to reach out to the new and returning members. Also, for the new members, speak up, because we'd love to show you around the game, make some friends, and have great adventures along the way. Also, we get bonuses for dragging you through stuff. So it's why you might see we're really eager to find new people.
Let us love you.
Yes. There's also a few Final Fantasy specific announcements and reminders. If you're one of the few lucky ones to get a PS5, the PS5 specific version will be available April 13th. It is a free upgrade for those that already have the PS4 version. The game plays today on the PS5, but it is the PS4 version. It's just upscaling. Now you can actually utilize the power of a PS5, which includes near instant load zones. It's like they showed the demo. It's like they teleported, and it just long enough for just to flash to black, and then it's done. That's past those NVMe drives that are on the PS5.
Crazy.
Which is funny because I have NVMe's and mine doesn't do that. So what are they doing? How are they cheating?
Yeah.
Also, April 13th, we have patch 5.5. It is the last part of the Dark Apocalypse 24-hour raid series, also known as Nier. Been a lot of great fun. I'm very curious to see where they go. We do have a small bit of information on the next expansion called Endwalker. Details are limited now, but for more information, at least during the digital FanFest online, May 15th to 16th, hopefully telling us with that other new classes, because they've told us about the Sage. Sage looks really interesting. It's basically they stole Star Wars and are doing some fun pew-pew shooty things.
Nice.
All right, and in ESO news, MFN nights have been well attended, and they've been spending time taking part in the current game events to earn event tickets. There have been several conversations recently regarding leveling and skills. It's free to ask questions or to join the conversation in Discord. There's normally at least one death, caused by gravity due to the birthday girl leading people off cliffs. Again, Kenny's birthday is tomorrow. Please shower her with gifts and praise via Twitter and Discord. She's gonna kill me. The first
As
DLC.
given proof, she tends to do that anyways.
Yes.
She does. She kills herself though. Oddly,
Yeah.
she falls off cliffs. She's kind of infamous for it. The first DLC of for Gates of Oblivion year-long event comes out on March 8th. Oh, hey! Tomorrow on PC and March 16th on console. There'll be 2 new dungeons as part of the DLC. As usual, the first MFN after the raid will be spent exploring the dungeon together. Lost my place because that happens. Update 29 comes out on March. I just read that. Oh, no, I did not.
Nope.
Update 29 also comes out on March 8th on PC and March 16th on consoles, for which there's an overhaul of the champion point system. As part of this overhaul, there'll be a forced reset of skill points and champion points.
Ugh.
Yes. There'll be a free pet. Ooh, there we go, to the Crown Store to claim. And for 2 weeks after the force reset, all respecs will be free, so you can try new builds, make adjustments, and get used to the new system. That is delightful.
Yep.
On March 17th, there's the bonus mountain pet you get for pre-ordering the next chapter. Blackwood will no longer be offered, and Blackwood is still scheduled to come out in June.
And in STO news, STO started the year-long campaign giving you a single free ship from the lockbox system. Wow. 1,500 low buy, 3 free ships if you wait for a 50% sale in the low buy store, or 2 free C-Store Tier 6 ship tokens. The first event is working towards is the Voth Advance, where running one of the 2 TFOs will give you credit, and after 14 daily competing 14 daily competing Molar's Flaming Sword. As for the fleet, we're still making great progress on the Federation side, closing in on finishing the K-13 space station, and the colony is nearing the Kantari Bridge officers unlock. On the Klingon Defense Force side, they're making strides at pushing up the dilithium mine and unlocking the discounts to all the costs of the fleet projects.
And a little blurb for Guild Wars 2. Dungeons and More Night is still happening on March 12th at 9. I'm guessing that's 9 Eastern and 8 Central.
Yes.
9, 8 Central sounds silly. And, you're going to do that one?
Yeah. I forgot it. Evidently, I forgot to put my name on there like a dork. In Lotro, during SNL, they ran skirmishes to get people some levels. Next weekend is the plus 25% XP bonus. They'll be looking to, once again, help people with leveling tunes. March 18th to April 7th is Return of the Spring Festival. So they're looking to get lost in the maze again. We expect within 2 weeks we'll have a producer's letter and update 29. So pay attention to that Lotro channel, or to here, we'll let you know as we hear more.
Exactly. And with that, let's get back to Sai and G and find out what's going on in World of Warcraft. Sai, tell us all about it. No?
Yes, Sai, we hear you're the expert.
No, what?
Wait. Or
this was me writing show notes an half hour before the podcast. And I mean me, I mean Jagora, because I didn't do... No, that's fine.
What are the great truths about Sai? She's a very good leader. She's very good at delegating.
She's
There
great.
you go.
Right,
Identify a task and make sure that it gets done.
Yes.
That's right. That's what made me a good cat herder for the craft fair and stuff. I delegated. You do this, you do that. I just stand here and look good.
I do have a question for you, though. I know Dee's going to do most of this. Tell us about this fabulous shirt you're wearing.
Oh, so this is a great shirt. And I don't know if you could tell, it has our guild community name on it with our little logo. A few of us seem to be wearing them. A couple of us apparently didn't get the memo.
Or the shirt.
We did have a winter storm, so
yeah.
One of our officers updated our shirts and logos for the gaming community. And she put up a small test run batch for officers. As you can see, some of us got a few of them. and it went over pretty well. So it looks like they might be setting up a website so that the greater community can actually order shirts if you want to. I know they were testing it earlier. I don't know if the website's actually live
Not yet.
yet. Not
Testing
yet.
is ongoing.
Just watch.
It's
Yeah,
the
watch
red
Ongoing
Discord.
But soon, TM, you can get your own lovely swag for AIE and sport a shirt and join us out. But it's a really nice shirt too.
That's great.
It is.
And Fez wants to give a shout out, along with all the rest of us, to happy anniversary for AIE on the Alliance side. We are over 850 characters.
That's
in that guild.
impressive.
So, yeah, pretty impressive.
You might be Alliance scum, but you're family.
Wow. There's
Love
the
you guys.
The
tagline.
Alliance scum. I don't know,
Alright.
G, what's happening with the latest patch?
Well, we got.
Throw it back at you.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone here is fully versed on everything that happened at BlizzCon, right? But yeah, 905 comes out in 48 hours. Blizzard, in traditional Blizzard fashion, said it's coming out soon, and they said, and by soon we mean in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So
It's either soon TM or
yeah, we actually
Right
mean
now.
soon. I could go over all the changes. It's a list as long as my arm, but what it really boils down to at the end is this is what Blizzard is calling a systems patch, where it's they're taking so much feedback from players and the community and esports professionals and schlubs like us, and they're making changes that we actually want to see, which is very much their opposite philosophy of what they had in BFA. So a lot of what's happening, again, without getting into numbers, because I don't want to put everyone to sleep, mostly what's happening is they're buffing things that are underperforming. So if you see that legendary and you're like, oh, that sounds really cool, then you go look it up on Icy Veins and like, oh, it's garbage, never use it. Chances are it probably got buffed. If someone says, no, you don't want to take that covenant on that class, it's terrible, chances are it probably just got buffed. So tons and tons of changes. Big one for people like me that do a lot of Mythic Plus 5-mans. Valor points are back. A little different from in the past.
Yay.
But again, without going into numbers, you get a certain number of Valor points for clearing a dungeon. You can use that to upgrade gear that drops from the dungeon. You can get higher item levels based on if you've cleared all of the dungeons in +5, +10, and +15.
Yep, you gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it. So it's almost free gear, but not quite. And just like they did like when they made corruption purchasable, it's only usable on gear that drops after the patch.
Yeah.
So apparently there's some behind-the-scenes system that prevents that from working. We all voted for it. Well, at least the majority of people voted for it. We're getting our ancient tree mount.
Which
rest
is
in peace.
amazing.
What were the other options? A slug, cat,
Caterpillar.
Yeah.
I think I voted for the cat. I don't think I voted for the tree.
Yeah.
Mine won
Cat.
because I voted for the Wandering Ancient.
I have
Yeah,
the Wandering
I mean,
Ancient pet.
I started
It
out
needs
as a
a
night
mount.
elf hunter, so I've always wanted a wandering ancient mount. So,
But yeah, apparently all you have to do is log in, and it will be there available as a gift in your account, so long as you are up to date with Shadowlands. There's been a bunch of PvP changes. I will not go into them right now. It's a bunch of numbers. Basically, they're making the Epic Battlegrounds a little more palatable. Basically, you always won if you were defending Wintergrasp. They're making it a little more competitive. They're also making it shorter, thank goodness.
Yep.
It's now about 10 minutes shorter. Changes to the Great Vault, basically making loot from the raid a little bit better before they have a completely different paradigm of how they're going to be doing the Vault in 9.1. Basically, the Vault kind of incentivizes you to clear the raid every week, whether you actually need gear from things or not. They're kind of just lowering the requirements per boss.
That's welcome change because
yeah.
there's been so many
Lots of
times
stuff.
we're like, oh, let's just get this thing down. Yeah, we know we won't get any gear from the boss, but let's just get it down because then we'll get something in the vault, and that's always been a weird thing.
Just to unlock
The vault,
something.
I
in the
swear
vault.
the vault hates me. Like the first time we went into a raid, I got the belt, and then that week for the vault, I got the belt, and then the following week for the vault, I got the belt, and it was like, seriously, here, let me just keep DEing this loot because I can't use it.
Oh, you can DE it? Wow, that sounds like an upgrade.
Well, I can DE it because I made my warlock an enchanter, but
Yeah.
otherwise it would have been vendor.
Made that joke with Lily literally just the other night, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I got my piece of gear out of the vault. It was a shard."
Yeah. Or for me, Stygia.
Come on, just 10 weeks of Stigia Stygia, and you can unlock a socket.
The only real cool
Ooh.
thing is that it gives me an item so I don't waste it if I die in the mall if I ever go there again, because I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
I did get excited. As little as I've actually been playing the game, I finally got exalted with my own covenant for Maldraxxus, and I bought the mount. I was like, "Yeah, I got a new mount that I will never use because it looks horrible, but I got a new mount."
Yes.
Yeah.
Number +1.
Yeah, exactly.
Updates,
And-
AIE rating. I know G mentioned it earlier, but congratulations to Better Late Than Never, who got ahead of the curve, which is
Yes.
for those
Nice.
that don't know in WoW, is they got all of the bosses down on heroic mode, including the final boss. So good job.
On to Mythic.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. That is something that was discussed, and everyone shot it down.
Yes. It's like you shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Kitty Aggro is 9 of 10 bosses on heroic, along with Last Stand.
If I recall,
Pepperjack-
Last Stand is rating right now. I believe Last Stand is actually fighting Sire this second.
Ooh,
Sweet.
maybe they'll get him down before the end of the thing. Pepperjack is 7 on heroic. Wit is 4. Filthy and H&H are 3. Behind the Curve is 10 normal. DOA and HFO are both 9 of 10 on normal. So huge shout out, by the way. Huge shout out to HFO, because the Alliance raid team basically takes everybody almost like a noob raid on
Mhm.
Friday nights, and they are 9 of 10 on normal right now.
That is
So that is
awesome.
fantastic. Yeah. Fert is 5 and Noob Raid is at 3. So we have a lot of raid teams in WoW that are actively raiding both normal and heroic. So if you're interested in raiding, join Discord. There's 2 raid channels, one for raid recruitment and one for raid in general. That is where most of the teams post boss kills and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a raid team in WoW, make sure you definitely check out those channels and post up your availability. Some teams might still be accepting people like
There are.
us, because
Oh, yeah.
we're always basically taking people. I mean,
Yep. If you're a late night degenerate like I am, we always need more people in H&H.
and they raid teams and WoW raid all the time.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have raid teams that raid during the middle of the day, middle of the day, of the weekend. West Coast evening hours, East Coast evening hours. So there's definitely raid teams out there that'll fit your schedule. So definitely check it out.
And of course, in addition to schedule, there's teams of different hardcoreness, I guess is the best way of saying it. There are people
Yeah.
pushing ahead of their curve, and there are people
Oh, totally.
I know for
No.
a fact Filthy Casuals, I raid with them on Wednesday. They've made it very clear, hey, everything that we do in Hero is just icing on the cake. We did what we wanted, we cleared norm.
Yeah.
Now we're here to goof and have fun.
Yeah. That's
And,
the ultimate half the fun of a raid team.
Raid teams are not ran by officers, even though there's a lot of officers on different raid teams.
Mhm.
Anybody in AIE can start any raid team and recruit members from AIE. You can start your own raid team if you can't find one that suits your playstyle or playtime. So don't be afraid to post something up and start a new one if you need to.
It doesn't even have to be a raid team. It could be, I know PvP is
Mythic
real
Plus.
big right now.
Mhm.
Mythic Plus teams
team.
are a thing, yeah.
There's
Um,
there are a few people floating out there trying to put together a rated battleground team, a regular group of 10 people to go do RBGs.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that one shakes out.
Yeah, 'cause that's where you get the best gear right now, apparently, is rated battlegrounds.
Yes.
That I will never do.
Yeah. No, I was listening to one of the podcasts I listened to, and the Mythic rating teams were basically running Mythic Plus's rated PvP and basically trying to fill out the guild vault, all the boxes in the guild vault, and just get gear, honor gear, wherever they could get it from to supplement what they were doing, because gear was so in demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal for a lot of teams like that is to basically get 9 options for 226 gear
Yeah.
in the Great Vault, to maximize your chance that you're pulling something every week. Because at this point, there's a lot of Mythic Raiders that are 226 in every slot except for maybe 1 or 2, and they're just trying to
Yeah,
fill out those
Shut
last
up.
few.
exactly. Hey,
That's not me, though.
So
Yeah, that's
a
exactly the
raid
boat
team-
size in.
yeah,
yeah. Totally.
No, what?
yeah. Hey, Sai, if a raid team wants to store their food somewhere where they can get at it for raid nights, where do they do that?
Oh, this is fantastic. So, we started a Raid Team Guild Vault program a few years ago now, I think it is. And basically, as a guild, what we've done is we have taken the last bank tab of each co-guild, and they are available for raid team use. So my raid team DOA is in Libertas. So the very last bank tab in Libertas is strictly for our raiders. So all of our raid team is in Libertas, and they get a special guild rank that marks them as being part of the raid team. And then only the raid team, and of course officers, because we're officers, but only the raid team can access that guild bank. So you can put your enchanting supplies, you can put your flasks in there, you can put fish and food and feasts. We use ours for like upgrades for legendaries. We have a couple people who are putting tokens in there so the raid team can pull them out to upgrade legendaries. And different stuff like that. And all it takes is for the raid leaders to contact the officers and say, hey, we would like to have one of those guild banks. And then we can let you know what co-guilds are available. We still have some available on the Horde side. And we can get it all set up and get everybody moved over and everything else. And what makes it super convenient is it lets you be an AIE and in Greenwall and get to talk to everybody. But if you need to pull out more materials because you run out of flasks in the middle of the raid, all it takes is one person to drop the mobile banking in the guild chest, and you can pull the materials right out of the vault. So it's super convenient. I know a lot of people kind of complain that there's not a lot of space in there, but when you're trying to go on the fly and you're just storing the important materials, I mean, you can make it work. We've been using it for a while, and so has a bunch of other teams. So if you're interested, contact us officers, ping us in Discord, and we'll get it all set up. Definitely some available still.
I think we have 4 open right now.
Is it?
believe
I thought it
4 or
was
3.
3.
It might be 3.
Yeah,
I thought it was 3 for some reason,
Yeah,
but
because
Well,
I think
because
it was
Ash
4 and
just
then
set
we
up
turned one
one.
in.
Yeah.
I think we recycled one for something. I don't remember. I think there's 3 though, but there is still some available. So any of you raid teams out there who would like to make use of that, let us know.
Awesome.
And as big as the Alliance side is getting, they may need a second guild before too long. They keep
Yeah.
growing.
Or we may just
I
need to
know,
do a
well,
purge.
The thing with the Alliance side is we do have a lot of numbers, but we have also never purged that guild like we used to purge.
Okay.
But I think I went through and counted it one day, and if I went down to like 6-month purges, there really wasn't an astronomical number that had to be purged.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
So I don't think it would take us down. I mean, there's still quite a few people in that guild, so that might have to be a topic of conversation in the next couple months, is deciding if we want to go with the second guild route
Yeah.
over there.
And
Yeah.
that leaves room for a second raid team.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you can have as many raid teams as you want,
Sure,
just
yeah.
not
Leave-
using
leave
the
Leave a tab for a second raid team.
Yes.
Exactly.
Guild support of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Very cool. All right. And Sai, I'm hearing very faint rumors that the Gears are starting to talk for Summer of Love.
Yes, very faint, like faint in the distance. It's like ghostly whispers.
It's over there.
It's slowly coming over the mountain.
Yep.
Summer Love is always in August, first week of August. Coincides with Remembrance Day, and everything else that we do.
And your wedding.
We're
Or
the
your
wedding.
anniversary.
Both weddings. You got to count both of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, so very faint rumblings. But if you have ideas for events, if you want to run an event, if you just want to help, this is a huge event, not just in WoW. I know we're here to talk about WoW, but this event spans across the entire community. It's a whole week-long of activities happening every single day across all the games that we're in. And it takes a lot of people to put on. It's like think of the weekend we just had with the virtual BlizzCon with AIE, like an AIE con, and then multiply that by like from 3 days to like 7 days, and then you kind of get an idea of Summer of Love. There's just so much going on. So
And
if
one
you
event that takes place at the same time in all games, you know?
Exactly.
right, then you have multiple, yeah. So if you at all want to help, if you've done Summer of Love before, if you've attended any of the events in any of the games, just speak up, let us know, talk to any of the officers in the game that you're in, and just say, hey, I want to help out, I want to do this, I want to do that. There's just so much that goes on to put on this event, and we try to plan stuff out early enough so that we have a schedule of events so we can get information out there. So it's early in the rumblings, but the more people we can get in advance helping out and volunteering, the more stuff we can do for you guys, and the more things we can bring to you event wise. So I don't know, maybe we'll do you know what we haven't done in a long time? We haven't done a running of the beef in a while.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
true.
I might have to put one of those together and see where we're at on the list of races. Ooh, Volpera. We should do a Volpera running of the beef.
There you go.
Yes. Oh yes. That's it. I'm doing it. You've heard it now. First time.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Volpera running of the beef.
Show announcement.
Exactly.
Running of the Beef, Summer of Love.
Exactly.
Foxes for life.
Yep.
So it's a fox hunt? Not really?
That's why my shaman or my Volpera is a shaman. So I just, I go from fox to wolf and just back and forth.
There you go.
So besides, it's adorable.
I made my
something this
Volpera a
small,
warlock
just-
because my demon's like 3 times as tall as I am.
Right?
and-
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Exactly. All right. Was there anything else for WoW in AIE?
I can't think. G, you have anything?
No, that's 905 is the big one right now. Go
Yep.
finish up your plus 15s if you're pushing that, or your plus 10s for keys if you want to get your achievements. They do go away with 9.1. Push for ahead of the curve if you want it. It goes away with 9.1, but no official date on it. Soon.
Awesome.
Hopefully not a week and a half soon.
Right.
Exactly. All right. Well, that is our show for tonight. While the chat room begins suggesting more show titles, we want to thank G and Sai for joining us. Thank you guys very much. Honestly, it's
Thank
great to have you
you.
guys on to talk about WoW. I know, Sai, we had you on for other stuff, but it's nice to just talk about WoW. All right. And don't forget.
I mean, it happens.
Yep. And don't forget, after the show, we are not doing the podcast stream anymore. We got to change that template. But let's see. Is Dent running? Nope, they are not in STO. But feel free to hang out in Discord, take a look and see where everyone is playing, and have fun in AIE. Sai, G, if we want to get a hold of you outside Discord, are you guys on Twitter, or where can we find you?
I am technically on Twitter, but I don't think I've fired up that thing in months. Generally speaking, if you shoot me a message in Discord, I will see it.
Awesome.
There you go.
Eventually. He'll see it eventually.
If you ever
You
wanna
may
come
get a
chit-chat with me-
reply like 24 to 48 hours later.
Good.
Have you seen my Discord? Have you seen my friends list?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know I am.
Discord is a great place. If you ever want to see me in game, come find me every Saturday night running New Braid with Kenny.
Awesome.
And if you don't think that we're not going to get all of New Braid to sing Happy Birthday simultaneously, you are sorely mistaken.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you, G. I appreciate that.
It is going to be a cacophony.
Yup.
Nothing can be worse than hearing a FERT birthday party.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Discord distorts it so bad. At least Mumble and the other things we were using, TeamSpeak didn't distort, but like Discord, you get a bunch of people singing, especially as Murlocs, like
As
we do.
Murlocs?
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Distortion level off the chart.
Yeah, it's not cute.
All righty.
Um,
Is that
Well,
everything?
I'm on Twitter occasionally, not very often. Cyrene AIE is where you can find me. But same as G, you're more likely to find me in Discord. Just ping me. My name is Cyrene. You can't really miss it. Although Tessemi has a tendency to misspell it because he always forgets the second Y.
I do.
I swear every time there's show notes, I have to go back through and respell my name.
Yep.
But yeah, you can find me on Discord. It's a little bit easier to get a hold of me. So
Awesome.
All right. If you have a question or comment about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. Follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. I am at the Mew Cow, and Kala is at Cyberwaif, and Tetsemi is at Ivory Tiger. Record live with video every other Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Join us in the chat room and play along with us at our website, which is aie-guild.org/podcast-live-stream. And our Discord server for chat is at aie-guild.info/discord. Also, for past episodes, you can see them on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/the AIE Podcast. Our theme was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website at andrewallenmusic.com.
And now it's time to play all the great AIE member segments we received this week. Well, no segments, but you guys know the drill. If you want you to try your hand at creating one, send it up to the AIE Podcast email. We absolutely love guilty-driven content, and we want to see what you can make.
And it could be any game, not WoW. It can
Yes.
be Final Fantasy. It could be the new hotness. It can be, Valheim. You've created something crazy.
Yep.
It's whatever you want.
All right. Next time, we'll be talking to Max and Seema about AIE and SOTOR. So until then, AIE, this is Tetsemi.
This is Mew Cow.
This is Makala.
And this has been the AIE Podcast. There you go. Yeah, I mean, Sai, you've got show. You and G have show titles, so.
I guess technically I shouldn't come up with a show title.
No,
for a show
you
that I'm
absolutely
on.
can. You guys
You're
vote on
allowed
the
to.
titles.
I don't know. What do you think, G?
Hmm.
I did
know
find
what
the
to come up
Alliance Scum one was pretty funny, though.
Oh. I tend to
Like your
agree.
family.
Or make
Alliance
one up.
Scum,
If you
but
want to
your
submit your own
family.
like Sai did, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm cheeky.
Just a wee bit.
It's part of my charm.
Right. Charm.
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 All right.
I don't know. I like the Alliance Scum. What do you think, G?
That's
You're
got my
supposed
vote
to
for now.
vote. You're on the thing.
All right.
Is that what we're
will
going
use
with?
that one.
Sounds like it.
All right.
All right. All right. Then.
Chat room.
Blows
Thank
my
you as
mind that Brits
always.
have that many people, though.
Yep.
What? Oh, it's Sports
Hi,
Blades
Kuda.
and everybody over here.
Disembodied
Weird.
hand.
Yeah, I know. Disembodied
Tell
hand.
Sport to start forming up the raid.
There.
Oh,
Be like, I'm going to delegate backwards
you
to the chain here.
to start forming up the raid.
Yep.
The delegator is delegating.
I can do it. Maybe.
All right. Bye,
Awesome.
chat room.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
chat
me
room. Awesome